How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Lore Cave. It's me, the Lore Dragon. Hi, everybody. Oh boy. Oh no. Man, I can't have nothing. I can't be live for more than 5 seconds without you guys going nuts on me. God damn. Welcome back, Captain Crazy. Good to see that you got your account back. Or, well, actually, new account. Yes, get in here. Get in here. I can fly, but you can't. There we go. Now I'm at full power. Oh, I imagine that was a hell of a drive. I think it took my family like 3 days to go from Florida to Texas. That's too much.
I think it's time for a fireball, my friend.
Wow. That woke me up a little bit. 2 days? Dang. Dang. Well, peace out. I appreciate you stopping by. Damn. Yeah, we flew. We flew there. We didn't want to... I didn't even want to try driving that far. That's too much. That is way too far. At least for me. And yes, I flew on a plane. I did not fly with my own wings. Wings are great. Like, humans think that wings are fantastic, that like everybody should have them. But really, they're not as great as you think. When's the last time you as a human went out and like just ran to the grocery store? I imagine it was probably a very long time ago. Or probably never. I've got a feeling like some of you guys have never actually like ran to the grocery store. Well, I don't want to fly to the grocery store either. It takes about the same amount of effort, okay? I'm a big dragon, okay? Even though I got big wings, it takes a lot of energy to fly, okay? Now, if I ever get a jetpack, well, then we have a different story. I got home delivery. Oh, well, that's even better. Honestly, that's even better. I used to get home delivery, but it got to the point where it cost too much. Like I kept, like every time I forgot something, I'm like, well, fuck, I have to wait till I get my next delivery. Or have to pay like $10 or something extra. So at that point, I just started picking it up, doing curbside pickup instead. But yeah, good to see everybody. But today we're gonna be working on my new form. This form has been good to me. I think it's, you know, it's pretty good. It's got all the right stuff on it. Except for the feet. The feet on this thing are terrible. It's time for a change. It's time to update. It's time to update our boy here. Hey, I walk. Well, walking is easier than flying. Much easier. Especially if you're a big dragon like me. Another thing I didn't quite like about this dragon was, as cool as the toon shader was, I really think that I preferred being a little bit more realistic with my shading. So we're gonna try to take it like one step closer to like actual realism. But we'll see. We'll see how close I can get. Now that I know how to sculpt scales.
Fly, bitch.
Now that I know how to sculpt scales, I'm gonna actually do that this time and actually bake a normal map. Yeah, and also I changed the structure of my shoulders a little bit, because these are like very human-like anthro shoulders, and they're fine. But it's time to move. It kind of needed to be adjusted to be a little more animal-like. I'll make an anthro model eventually, but right now I just want this. And another reason I want to finish my model as soon as possible is because I really want to get into, I want to try out that new VTuber program, Warudo, because it seems like there's a lot of cool things that you can do with it that are automatically built into the program, so that I don't have to like put together everything from scratch like I have to kind of do in Vignon. As good as it is for Vignon to be able to, you know, customize exactly what you want, it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work to make what I have right now with just this cheap cave setup. with Warudo, I think there's going to be a lot of cave. My eye is just killing this. Will not stop. Itching. Liked your banner? Wait, what'd you post? Oh, you're in your profile. I haven't looked at it. Where's it at? Oh, wow. That is neat. What's that from? I might do some scales sound kind of like this. Hey, I have Nitro. Just so I can, like, post videos and stuff. Oh. Well then. But anyways, I do want to get this thing done so that I can start Warudo. Because, like, I could technically upload my own model using the Warudo... I can't say it. Warudo. Whatever the fucking name. They have their own format. Kind of like VC Face has their own avatar format. Warudo has theirs. And I'd rather just as soon... If I'm gonna, like, go through the process of porting my model again on a new Unity version, I might as well have a new model to upload to begin with. Hey, Starfire, how's it going? Yeah. Get off me. Ah. Stuck on me. Get. Ah. There we go. So today we're gonna be sculpting, because I'm gonna attempt to sculpt all the scales in rather than use like a scale texture in Substance Painter, because as much as I love the scale textures in Substance Painter, they are just a bit too realistic for what I need right now. So I am gonna just, I think I'm just gonna sculpt them in. So without further ado, let's begin. Screen right where we need it. Go. I'm also gonna have to re-rig the face, which is gonna kind of suck, but whatever. It's gonna be very important that I make this face rig a lot more realistic, a little less exaggerated like mine is right now. All right. So, I've already got a pretty good portion of this thing sculpted out. And I think I've decided that the official model is going to be subdivided at least once. That way I can use the mesh from the chest here. But I'm going to be sculpting on scales and stuff from like and baking on textures from here. Or baking on the normal map from maybe like level 3 subdivision. I don't know. We're going to see how it goes. I went ahead and added some plating to the hands. Because I think, honestly, that's really what makes a dragon claw a true dragon claw, you know? Have that plating on the fingers and on the hands. This is what Prit's model had on his, and I just loved it. Like, that's what I'm missing. It does? I thought that I adjusted the title. What the hell? Thanks for letting me know. Well, no, it doesn't. Oh, my Go Live notification said that. Yeah, it says sculpting and painting my new dragon model. I guess my Go Live notification said that, though. So that is true. Welcome in. Heck. Where'd I go? I can't find myself. What the hell? Where did I go? I'm like nowhere. Did I zoom out too much? Okay, I'm totally lost. I don't know why my view's been completely fucked up. There we go, damn. Okay, now we can get back to sculpting. Not sure what happened there. Okay, so... I think I might try to subdivide one more time. I want to go ahead and save just in case. I don't know if my computer can handle another subdivision, but I think I'm gonna need to in order to get the scales sculpted properly. All right, we're sitting at 2 million or 2.5 million polygons, so we're gonna need. See, there's the problem. For some reason, my how's it going, Ice? Welcome in. Salutations, indeed.
Welcome.
Well, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you enjoy your stay. Today we're working on my 5th iteration of my model. We're gonna be doing a lot more sculpting with this one, taking it a little bit more realistically than my current model. For some reason, I'm having some trouble with my navigation. Why is my scrolling wheel going in the wrong direction? It should be zooming in. Hang on. Scrolling wheel not zooming. Alright, where do I go? Go. Been destroyed by a bottle. Dang! Dead. Destroyed. Gone forever. I've never tried Everclear, but it sounds a little intense for me. Sweet model, thank you. I appreciate that. Lots of work goes into these. Navigation. Okay, I think one of my settings got messed up. So preferences. Yeah, that, no way. I couldn't handle that. No, thank you. No,
Welcome.
thank you. Hi, Ryu, how's it going? Welcome in. Today we're working on the 5th iteration of my model. We're gonna be sculpting in his scales. Once I figure out why my navigation's all messed up. Might just have to deal with it. Yeah, I'm a lightweight, guys. When it comes to alcohol, it tears me to pieces. I cannot handle it. Hang on, is Lorebot on? Oh, I forgot. I updated VTS Pog. Here, try it again, Red Mage. Should be working now. Hey, Fury, how's it going?
Lore can get a little hot-headed at times, but I'm here to keep him in
Oh
check.
shit, he must have been really loud. Hang on. Why was that so loud? Set that limiter to like -6. I did have to reset Lorebot, so his personality had to be revived.
Testing volume.
There we go. "3D modeling scares me." Don't worry, it scares me too. You can't tell because I'm like really composed, but I'm terrified. Horrified right now, even. Go. Ugh. View offset is locked. What is view offset? Oh, that must be what I clicked that messed it up. Yeah, you got the baby horns. Check the view tab at the side where the lock to uncheck. Okay, so if we go to press pick mode. You. Okay, there we go. Now my shit's working. I think I accidentally clicked to lock the view to 3D cursor, and that's really what was screwing with me. Yeesh. Okay, now I can properly sculpt. Damn. There's just so many different scales to choose from that I don't know which ones best match me. Usually these don't quite do it very well. Unless you make the scales like really big. If I wanted to make my scales like super big, I could do them like this. But I don't know if I want the scales to be very big. I'm going completely off without a reference. So this is a little challenging. in most cases when I'm working with clients and stuff, they have like they have a completely drawn out reference ready to go, but I don't. Mainly because I didn't want to draw one. It would take me just as long to draw one as it would be to just go straight off of just modeling from eye. I think I like these. Ooh, that one really works. That one really works for eyebrows. I am unboopable. You guys are too small. You should know this by now.
Oh, he definitely gets mad when he gets boops. It's always fun to see his reaction.
Shut up, Lorebot. You betrayed me. Alright, I'm probably just gonna put that in substance matter. Lorebot, you don't know me. You don't know who I am. Yeah, look at you. Oh, wait. Yeah, see, you're too small. Stomp on you. That's okay. We appreciate our short stacks here in the lore cave. I'm not the biggest dragon in the world. There are lots of dragons in my community that claim to be much bigger than me. Monstrous, even. One of my buddies, Thornscale, he's supposed to be like Godzilla-sized. I wonder if I use these instead for the middle of my head. Nah. Some of these rougher ones are dragon skin, so places where the where it's like really in between the scales, more so than the actual scales themselves. I have yet to really find a good for them, unless you're trying to be like hyper realistic, photorealistic sculpting, which I'm not very good at. Hey, Toe Muncher, buddy, what's going on? Is there a way I can just like put in one scale? Kind of like this. Hey Zelm, how's it going? Nice to meet you too. We're working on the 5th iteration of my model today. Just working on sculpting in some his normal map. I'm about as tall as a T-Rex. In my typical form. Found you on YouTube. Fantastic. I'm glad that my YouTube streams are getting views. But I appreciate that. So you're working on something like this, like a quad, or are you thinking about something more anthro? Wrong thing. Well, shit, now we're all small. Okay, now I can be booped, okay? Alright. Do it while you still can. He's just a head and mouth flapper for now? Well, that's okay. Everybody has to start somewhere. I actually didn't start with the dragon model. For a very long time... Oops, probably spin my voice back. For a very long time, I was Sonic OC. I was like a little Sonic OC model. Because I was fairly good at making the head, but I really could not fully fathom how to like model a body, so... But modeling like a Sonic OC body was like nothing, you know, it was a Sonic character. So that was that's a good way for me to kind of dip my toe into making a full-on VTuber model without having to go straight to this, you know, fully sculpted, fully hand textured. But yeah, you can go on a full quad like this if you know how to do it. It is kind of a process, though. Some what? Oh shit. Not the beans. I don't think Vignon's making any sound. Studied Maya. Oh, did you go to school for 3D modeling? Most people who I know who've done Maya did it because they went to school for it. Professional. Always want to be a game dev. Well, I envy you. I envy you. I didn't have the privilege to go to school for 3D modeling. I wish I did. But I didn't discover how much I wanted to do it until much later in life, and so I got stuck with Blender. I'm sorry to hear that. I can't model. Instead, I try not to accidentally fire the... Yeah, try your best not to do that, okay? The ocean's a pretty rough spot to be right now anyway. Without that. This is kind of neat. Yeah. These brushes are really handy, but I don't think I'd ever rely on them entirely by themselves. I'm probably still gonna have to go in here and do some cleaning up on my own, but they do a pretty decent job by themselves. .3ds Max, wow. That's definitely older. No, I feel that, Zelm. I feel that. I'm in a position right now where I can work full-time doing 3D art, whether it's for myself or for commissions. So, like, you know, I have all the time I ever need to practice Blender, but, no, I understand it's not something that everybody can just, you know, make room for in their lives. It gets stepped on frequently. Should be careful about that. Imagine it's hard to be small. I can be small sometimes. I don't know. Because this material right here is going to be totally different. This is going to be like harder, bone-like materials. I think I might go outside the nostril. I think I should go outside the nostril. I kind of have the ability to polymorph, but it's more so, I can only become a form that I can craft, right, like I'm doing right now. I can't just poof into whatever I imagine. I have to actually be able to sit here and craft it out of this magic clay here. So it's polymorph with limits, I guess. What is SFM? Man, y'all gonna make me Google stuff again? Oh yeah. Yeah, I have no idea. Never used that. Nope. Just Blender for me, thanks. I think I'm gonna give myself a beak, actually. Like a little bit of a minor beak. Just like something like this. I kind of already practically have it on already. That's okay, Fury. We gotta keep our priorities straight after all. What the? Oh. Mark that sharp. Eh. Oh, come on. Okay. Pretty sure it's an edge crease then. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that's what it is. Keep getting mark sharp and edge crease mixed up in my head. I honestly can't even remember fully what mark sharp actually does. The grand scheme of Blender. I should. Might help with my sculpting. But I can't remember. There we go. I dig this. I'm kind of a house husband, so I don't really have to go out on a job hunt. Thank goodness. My job hunting days are over for now. Unless my wife gets fired. Which probably won't happen because she's like insanely good at her job. She's definitely the job person. Plenty of jobs in IT. We got another IT guy in here somewhere. Usually frequents the channel. I want some more powerful, thicker scales right at the chin. Bigger. Rougher. Yeah, it's a little too circular. Let's try the. Too spaced out. Yeah, there we go. Liking that. Went to go see Oppenheimer the other day, fellas. And I gotta say, between Barbie and Oppenheimer, Barbie was definitely the more entertaining movie. I might be a little biased, though, because I like Barbies. No, I'm just kidding. I don't like nonfiction movies. I just don't. There's just no story. There's no, like, biographical... But there's no story that's happened in real life that can compare to fiction. I just can't find it. I just can't get into it. Shut up, Tom Muncher. Get out of here. Get out of here. Psst, 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 psst. I'm gonna get a spray bottle. Just for you. It's gonna have your name on it. Why is this under VR chat? Because I am a fool. And I forgot to change the category. And I guess it technically kind of is, because I am making a model for VR chat. Yeah, and 3 hours is way too long. Like, if I'm gonna watch anything that has to do with history, you've got about 10 minutes to get to the point of whatever it is you're, you know, talking about in your video or in your documentary or whatever, before I'm just like, okay, it's time for me to go do something else. Yeah, and that movie did not need to be 3 hours long. It really did not. And you know how, like, Christopher Nolan was kind of bragging, saying, like, yeah, we didn't use any special effects for this movie because we wanted to be real or whatever. Whenever the bomb went off, I'm like, okay, that was kind of weak, guys. I came here strictly to see the build-up to the atomic bomb and then seeing it actually go off. That's the whole reason I came here. And then when the bomb actually went off, I was like, I think that Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull did it better. Not even lying. I think that Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull did it better. They used test footage for the bomb? Really? I mean, I guess it could have. I wasn't really paying... I paid enough attention to, like, as because I was watching it, but like it seemed kind of weak. You know, like the sound. I could tell that the sound was working because there were moments in there where I knew that the sound was definitely working. You know, those subwoofers were cranked. But it just didn't matter. You know, when the bomb went off, I was like, oh, okay. That was all right, I guess. Nessie told me that Godzilla was going to be in this movie, and she lied to me just to get me to watch a historical movie with her. She lied. She said it was going to be directly connected to the MonsterVerse. It's going to be a Godzilla prequel. But she lied because she's a liar.
Welcome.
Who did that? Well, thank you for the follow. I have a hard time reading the names on these sometimes. I need to move that down a little bit. Lithios, how's it going? Welcome in. Hey, get in here, Aiden. Get in here. Get off me. The only thing I need on my head is a pie. Alright. Scales are a little intense. I think what I might do, tone them down a little bit. Then again, they probably should because it's going to be a normal. But I will smooth out these chunks right here. Alright, let's add the scales to the rest of the body here.
Now give me the beat.
Man, I love electro funk. Or electro swing. I only recently discovered it. Been missing out. Satanic Nightjar? Let's see. That's funny. Don't let its tiny size fool you. It's 27 meters long. May only be 27 meters long, but it will devour your soul. And present it to the great Lord of Hell. Did I have tiny scales? Like these? So. Oh yeah, I'd be saving. Nobody saves as much as the Lord Dragon. This is the most important step. You have to decide which set of scales you appreciate the most. But I think I'm gonna start with the big scales and then I'll fill in the smaller gaps. Because the big scales are really gonna be where your design comes from. Did anyone get stuck? No. Sometimes people get stuck in the ceiling. So the bigger scales are where like your design is, and it's like where your personality comes from. A lot of these smaller scales probably won't even show up as much whenever I actually start the paint. I gotta like move my camera. There we go. Are there any limits to what I can ask Lorebot? Pretty much no. I think, well, the only limit is that Lorebot can only be, I think he can only be accessed by subscribers. Because it was getting to a point where like Lorebot would be talking nonstop and like people, like just random people would come up and ask him something, and I had to put it behind some kind of paywall or something, or else it was just gonna be going off constantly. Like I'd be sitting here like having like an actual conversation or like saying something important, and then like Lorebot would just come out with some random bullshit. Like you just use Unity? Not Unity. I use well, I mean, it goes through Unity eventually, but I export to a program called Vignon, and Vignon was made in Unity, but yeah. I use Unity, and for my face capture, I use an iPhone and the app iFacial Mocap to capture my face, and my model is equipped with the 52 ARKit blend shapes that power it. This kind of music makes me think of like steampunk. I love steampunk. It's all. I'm happy with mouth flaps. Whatever gets you, whatever you need, you know. A lot of VTubers just go off of that. Well, that's why you play Subnautica, it's because you wouldn't actually want to go scuba diving in real life because it's too scary. So that's why we get Subnautica. Don't know about you, but I don't think I'd ever want to go to the Elden Ring world in real life, but I'd love to play the game over and over again. Or like Fallout 4, I love playing Fallout 4, and but I would never want to like live there, not for real. Not for real. I've actually kind of been curious to play Subnautica. I have the equipment to do it, I just never have. It seems really fun though. Like really tall. I do not want them to come off that much. I'm sure there's a mod somewhere that can make it so you can just remove all rad roaches from the game. There's got to be at least one other person out there that was like noping the it's like nope to the rad roaches. I'm trying to get this mod list for Fallout 4 to work. through Wabbajack. But I'm not having a good time. I am not not doing very well at getting this thing to work. There are just some... It's not really that big of a mod pack. Or I guess it is a big mod pack, but it doesn't change the game too much. Oh, it's called pest control. Oh, there we go then. Yeah. Problem solved. These are still too tall.
There's a dragon in my wagon, and I don't mean to be bragging.
Looks
Oh,
like
shit.
we've got company. Lord, time to put on a show.
Welcome.
How's it going, everybody? Hey, little
Welcome.
Theos, thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. Welcome, everybody. What a raid.
Welcome.
My face is gonna be covered in pie. Covered in pie. Welcome in, everybody. For those of you guys who don't know, I am the Lore Dragon. I'm a 3D model. I'm a full-time 3D modeler. I make my living making VR chat avatars and VTuber models for people, specializing mostly in dragons these days, but that's just because that's what I'm known for. But I make everything. Yes, welcome in. Thank you, everybody, for those follows. Thank you. This here's my good buddy, Lorebot. He's a little AI bot that you guys can talk to. He asks that subscribers can talk to. You can ask him questions and he'll answer them. I'll turn it on for all users for a little bit so you guys can play with them. But yeah, Lorebot, say hi to everybody. Let the raiders know that what you think of them.
They okay.
Okay, they're better than okay. Say thank you. Say thank you right now.
No.
I'm still trying to teach him manners. Turns out you can train AI to speak, but you can't really train them to be nice. Come on, Lorebot, say something nice.
Something nice.
Okay, never mind, that's just not gonna happen today. But anyways, I think you guys are great. Thank you for coming in. If you guys ever want to ask Lorebot anything, just put ! Lorebot in there and you guys will be able to talk to him for a little while. Yeah, you guys are wonderful. Thank you. We mostly do art streams in here, but sometimes we go into VR chat and do VR streams. Today we're working on the 5th iteration of my model. Trying to get him up to speed, get him ready to go. Right now I'm sculpting in his details, and then if I finish sculpting him today, we'll paint him.
I'm Lorebot, a lovable little dragon robot assistant created by Lore. How can I assist you today? Oh, absolutely. Theos is the best boy, no doubt about it.
Dang, what do you know, he can say something nice. He just chooses not to, because he's a little turd head sometimes. So you go have fun with that ice. If you don't want to ask Lorebot anything, I always turn him on to everybody, or turn it on to everybody when I get a raid, so everybody can kind of try him out. So if you want to ask Lorebot anything, here's your chance without having to sub.
Tough choice, but I'd have to go with paws. They're just so adorable.
Oh look, there we go. I guess that settles the debate forever, guys. That settles the debate forever.
Welcome.
The AI knows best. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Heck of a stream today, everybody. Appreciate it. What were you guys doing over in that last stream with Theos?
A woodchuck could chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood, but who really knows?
BRC. Oh, okay. Anything special there? Just kind of hanging out, just chilling? I always never know what to do whenever I stream VR chat. I always like just kind of walk around and try to find funny worlds to hang out in. There we go, that's better. World hopping. That's kind of what I end up doing too. I think really that's like the best. You know, you never know what you're gonna end up in. Last time we ended up in like this 80s style mall, and it just had a bunch of like really funny gag shops. That was a good time. That was a really good time.
As a little dragon robot, I don't have feelings like humans do. But I can help you with anything you need.
He's doesn't. You guys can't tell, but he's blushing right now. He does feel bonita.
Well, Ice the Avali, starting a Typhoon-class submarine is quite complex and not something I can explain here. It involves a series of procedures and protocols. It's best left to the highly trained naval personnel. As an AI, I don't have personal taste buds, but the pineapple on pizza debate is quite controversial. Some love it, some hate it. It's all about personal preference.
No, no, he's wrong. The objectively correct answer is no.
Oh, I work for something even better than the Secret Service. I work for Lore, the greatest mastermind of all.
Thanks for telling everybody, Lorebot. I appreciate that. He's just joking, guys. I'm not a government agent. I'm not a government contracted agent. He's not recording all of your responses.
I may be a robot, but I can assure you I don't have a sense of smell. So, no, I'm not stinky.
He's a bit stinky. Smells like motor oil.
I'm sorry, I can't assist with that.
Yeah, ChatGPT wasn't into that. He's like, they nope that question.
Well, my lore is that I'm a lovable little dragon robot assistant created by Lore. I'm here to help with all sorts of tasks and provide some entertainment along the way.
He didn't tell the whole story, but he actually became sentient by accident. I made him strictly to help me remember things because as much as I love Lore, I forget a lot of stuff. There's only so much that you can keep stored up in your brain, but he can store up an infinite amount of data. So I created him to remember all of the lore that I've forgotten over the years. But then he ended up becoming sentient by accident.
Lore
now
is
he's
the creator and master of this little dragon robot assistant, aka me. He's a brilliant inventor and the one who brought me to life. We make a great team.
We do make a good team. Want to hear my Nora by name? Yes, I do. We Lore Dragons collect the most valuable treasure of them all, and that's good stories. So if you got a good story to share, we're more
Absolutely.
than lovely.
Ice the Avali. People find squeaking adorable, so if you squeak, it's no wonder they think you're cute. Embrace your squeaky charm.
It's squeak. That's a funny word.
Sorry, but I don't have any information on that particular topic. How about we switch gears and talk about something else?
You definitely nope to that question. But yes, ask Nessie, she'll let you know. Playing piano, writing poetry, ooh, nice. Isona is a cat. Oh, that's nice. I'm actually working on a quadruped VR chat cat base that people can jump into.
Well, as a robot, I'm not exactly
done yet,
an expert on reptilian romance.
It'll be done soon.
But I would imagine smooching a lizard involves gentle affection, if lizards are into that sort of thing.
I wanted to work on that one next, the all cat, but my patrons decided they wanted the dog first, so we're gonna get the quadruped dog, and then once that's done, I'll make the cat. I don't think I like that very. Are these brushes native to Blender? No, I bought these and downloaded them from another artist who makes dinosaurs, mostly. If you guys would like them, I can send you guys I can find a link to the place I got them from. It really helps, but like I said, it doesn't really do it all by itself. You still do have to go in here and clean up.
Dolt 318. I wouldn't say that Lore's the smoothest boy around, but he has his moments. Let's just say he's got his own unique charm.
Oh, that's kind of neat. DJ Soda Cat. I love cats. I got mine over here. His name's Flippy. But I have 6 cats in total. I got Flippy, Fluffy Boy, Baby Boy, Mama, Jaleli, and Bean. We call Bean Freehold because she's a Mexican cat. The Holt.
The Fibonacci sequence is a series of numbers in which each number is the sum of the 2 preceding ones, 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13,
Here we go.
and so on. It's a fascinating mathematical pattern found in nature and various other areas.
It is pretty fascinating.
Oh, Flippy is the sweetest kitty. Full of purrs and cuddles, they're just absolutely adorable.
He really is. He is the snuggliest freaking cat in the world. And whenever he gets sleepy, he just kind of, like, melts. He just kind of melts into you. Just turns into a little liquid. Smells like creepy chin Joey. I can imagine that on a cat. I'd love to see that. Creepy chin Oscar. That seems funny. Ooh. Here we I think I'll go ahead and keep painting in some more scales by hand. That just seems so funny. I'd have to see that. 'Cause, 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 Hey, Artizard, welcome in. I have a pet channel in my Discord, yeah. Wait. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we got the pet photos. Yeah, this is coming out great. We need more flippy pictures. You know what? You're right. Let me see if I can turn on flippy cam. I think you guys can actually see him today. There we go. Plug my mic for a second there. Okay. Let's see. Almost unplugged my mic there for a second. There we go. There's that little boy falling asleep. Being himself. Being his best self. Oh. He's about to fall off. Don't fall. Here we go. Posting pets. Oh, I gotta see the Joey fit the Joey kitty. It looks just like him. It's so cute. I can't take it. I can't handle it. That's too much. You guys, if you're not in the Discord, you need to go to the Discord and go to the pet photos to see it. It is great. Oh, this is a beautiful cat. I have to train Flippy to do that. Thank you for showing me that. I'll have to make that a facial expression. Whenever I make the all cat, I'll put that in the in one of the emotes just for you. Because that's too funny. This is why I like sculpting on the scales myself, is because you can perfectly determine where you want them to be, just like this. If you do, if you use like a scale texture in Substance Painter, you can't really do this. I guess you kind of can. I think it's better to sculpt them. Yeah, that's a silly boy if I've ever seen one. Oh yeah, I remember your dog. Were you the one that had the husky? Can't remember if that was you or if that was Artizard or somebody else in the chat. Or Captain Crazy. Mine is met. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure they're a really nice dog either way. That was kind of by accident, but I think I kind of like the super rough, nasty looking scales right where the spines are, the Godzilla spines. I kind of like that. Yeah. It's like what Bob Ross would call a happy accident. Yeah, just like rough and fucked up and... I was kind of struggling to figure out what I wanted to do there, and I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah, that was the idea. I really like Godzilla. It's one of my favorite franchises, so I kind of wanted to honor that in my design. You never shake Bull off? Bull is two-dimensional and weighs nothing. You guys are heavy, okay? I don't know how well this is going to look once I bake the normal map on, but we'll see. If it looks like caca, then I'll just put scales here. Okay, okay, okay. Beautiful. I think I might put these scales on. Just like to have it going down this way. Where did I put those? Or where were those at? No, but these could work too. But still need to see Shin. Yeah, there's not really a way to like stream it for free. You know, there you always have to rent it. I bought it because, you know, I buy everything Godzilla related that I can get my hands on, but it's not easy to see. It wasn't my favorite Godzilla movie, but it's still like a good movie, you know, like I feel like most people who watch it will be like, this was a good movie. My wife really liked it, but she kind of likes the newer, weirder kind of Godzillas, the less conventional stuff. I'm a very much a traditionalist when it comes to Godzilla media, so like I always veer for like the more, you know, cookie cutter Godzillas. I like, you know, the less complicated, the better to me. I want it so simple that like that if I was like 2 years old, I would still understand what was happening. A Godzilla channel on Pluto? Wait, what's Pluto? Not into the whole oxygen destroyer? Oh no, I still think it was kind of neat. Like I still like the original Godzilla. I think it was a beautiful film and uh, probably one of the most influential films of all time. But I also am a big fan of what Godzilla became eventually. I guess I've never heard of that one. But I can't get another streaming service, guys. I have everything. I have all of them. I even got YouTube Premium. Like I can't do another one. But wait, you said it was free. Yeah, you said yeah, it's free. So that yeah, okay. Yeah, I could do that. I'll have to check that out. Is there ads though? There's probably ads, but that's okay. I can live with that. Return to tradition. Reject modernity, return to tradition. Give us regular TV with ads again. Oops. Yeah, I'm sick of streaming companies, man. I'm fucking sick of them. I'm ready to return to tradition. I think streaming was great for a little while when it first started out. You know, like the streaming original TV shows used to be really good. But then they just started greenlighting every goddamn everything that decided to pitch to Netflix. Netflix was like, "Bet, let's do it. We don't care how shitty your show is. Maybe it'll be good. We don't know. We don't care. Give us just get up on there." It's gonna work. Hell yeah. There we go. We'll use that as like a bit of a scale border. So these brushes, like I said, will save us a lot of time. They'll help us kind of block out what we kind of want the scales to look like. But at the end of the day, we are still going to have to kind of go over this again in certain places. Fix up any mistakes. If we want to. Yeah, I'm not going back to classic television yet. I mean, I'm not there yet. I'm not at the point where I'm like, okay, let's boycott Netflix. We're not there yet. But we could be. Eventually. Based on display map. Yeah, really the ideal way to do it in Blender is to have two meshes, one of which is like subdivided to, you know, the high poly mesh, and then you have the lower one. But I like using the multi-resolution modifier, which allows me to have kind of both. But yeah, like the baking on that is not always perfect. And really, a lot of this detail is going to be hidden whenever we paint it anyway. So I'm not too worried about it, but I'm also kind of a stickler for those details. Like, I will notice. My clients will never notice, but I will notice. But yeah, see, you could see why using the multi-resolution modifier isn't the best, and it's because even though this spot looks high poly right now, it's only an illusion. It actually looks like this. So whenever the reason that whenever I try to sculpt those scales into this spot, it doesn't quite have as much detail as, say, these spots up here. It's because these spots have more topology on the lower level, so it's like, sure, this is great, I don't lose any data, and if I want to restart or delete an upper level or subdivide further, I don't have to, you know, mess around with anything, and I can bake directly from this, but yeah, this kind of sucks. Yeah, not enough verse to pull data from, exactly. Which, you know, that's the give and take. And most of the time, whenever that happens, I just, like, I'll have to do something like this, where I have to, like, for no reason, just add vertices and just kind of screw around with the topology so that I can make vertices appear without having to do this. Just add a straight up edge loop. But that's only if I really want that spot to look more detailed. If it's like I have to ask myself, how much do I really want detail on this spot? And if I don't want it that bad, I just move on. That's a blank spot. Yeah, that's definitely before my time, D-Holt. It's a little bit before my time. Got it. Here we go. Build up my lats. Don't forget back day, gentlemen. Ladies love a guy with a gigantic fucking demon back like Baki. They may tell you that they like the dad bod, but they actually want you to have a full-on demon back. If you don't got that, don't even bother. Don't even bother. Just kidding, guys. Don't. If you can't respect the dad bod, you don't deserve the dad rod. I love that. That's funny. That's a good one. And true. Based in true as well, on top of that. I do like my campy superhero movie. That'll give us a good border, and then we can start adding some scale detail. Right in here. Oh, it sounds like going up because the strength's turned too low. There we go.
Welcome.
Mr. Pickles, thank you for following. I too am a connoisseur of the pickle. My wife despises them, but I love them. Welcome in. I like Jack Nicholson as the Joker. That was my Joker. He will forever be my Joker. Heath Ledger was great and all, but I think honestly, too many people are now trying to copy that Joker. Even the comic books are trying to copy that Joker, and all I can think is like, man, he's never going to be the same. We're never going to have a funny, campy Joker ever again. We're only ever going to have this fucking super psycho trying to become even more psycho than the last super psycho, you know?
There are countless variations of dragon colors in mythology and fiction, each with its own set of breath abilities. Some common ones include fire breathing, ice breathing, lightning breathing, poison breathing, and many more.
Mark Hamill. Okay, yes. Actually, changing my answer, Mark Hamill was a better Joker. Changing my answer. And that's the thing is Jack Nicholson in that movie, the Joker was still like obviously a villain and a murderer, but he wasn't like the most deranged psychopath in the fucking universe. You know, he wasn't trying to be the most deranged psychopath, you know? Because if you make the Joker too crazy, if you make the Joker too psychotic, what you end up getting is this scenario where there is no justifiable reason why Batman should ever not just put him down, you know? Or justifiable reason as to why he doesn't get the death penalty. It's just silly at that point. We can only stretch that narrative so far while the Joker is an actual fucking like war criminal, you know? But at least when Mark Hamill did stuff, or you know, the from the cartoon or from other stuff, it's like, yeah, he did, you know, he was a criminal, sure, but he wasn't just the most deranged mass murderer. And there could be an argument for not just killing him on sight. He has a rule. I don't care. I don't care. Batman's dumbass rule doesn't matter. I don't care. Like, he's killed more people by not killing the Joker than the Joker ever actually killed, okay? Because at least the Joker can only kill so many people on his own. Batman refusing to kill Joker and every other villain that is a mass murderer, when he could have, he is definitely worse by far. The Joker in the Harley Quinn anime was brutal. I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was just as crazy and maniacal as ever, trying to compete with the previous Joker to be the most diabolical and most insane Joker. I'm just like, come on, guys. He doesn't need to go this far. You can have too much of a good thing. Why hasn't he crippled it? Exactly! Exactly! It's like, sure, don't kill him. Cut off his feet and toes. You know, just do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. Put him in a coma. Put him in a fucking medically induced coma. I mean, do something. Fuck. Incapacitate him. Do something, Batman. You fucking stupid Mary Sue piece of shit. I don't have a very high opinion of Batman, in case you guys didn't know. I'm more of a Superman kind of guy. Always been more of a Superman kind of guy. In most cases. Not in the DCEU, though. Those movies, they're fine, I guess, but... eh. They kind of missed the point of what Superman was. I don't know if I'd go that far. I think that so far, Marvel... The issue I have with Marvel Comics is they refuse to do a true reboot. They refuse. They've been on the same canon for way too long. Too many things can happen to these characters. Whereas DC, they'll be like, reboot. They'll reboot like every couple of years. And honestly, I'm all for it. I think reboots are 100% necessary if we're going to keep using the same characters for longer than a couple of years. So the new Transformers? Yes, the new Transformers movie, I think, was probably one of the best. The best, honestly. The only thing that could have made it better was Megatron, but that's okay. It's fine. It's fine. We can save Megatron for later. I'm all for saving Megatron for later. Okay, I might actually need to put an edge loop here. Something. Fuck it. Yeah, I loved it though. It was fantastic. It's a reboot. It pretty much confirmed without a shadow of a doubt that Bumblebee was a reboot. Which is good, honestly. I don't ever want to see the Michael Bay verse ever again. We're done there. We're done. We're done. It's completely fucked beyond repair. I don't want to see it ever again. I don't want him anywhere near these movies ever again. He had his chance. He did a good first movie and then just said, fuck it for the rest of the movies. Wasn't as hyped about the new Shazam, though. The first one was fantastic. The first Shazam movie was incredibly good. Me and my wife really liked it because we're planning on being foster parents too. So we really liked that focus on found family. But the second one, I don't know, didn't quite go as hard for me personally. I think it's because like I didn't see the kid enough. You know, the kid really at that point was too old. He was like, he's an adult at that point. He's about to age out of the foster system, and he still has to turn into an even older adult to be Shazam. And I thought that was kind of weird. The new Blue Beetle, though, yeah, that does look fucking good. That does look really good. We stand a fellow Mexican superhero. Me and my wife are very, very excited to see that. And we really like that actor because we really liked Cobra Kai. Before we started dating, we actually bonded over our shared love for Cobra Kai, so it's really near and dear to our hearts. I didn't see Elemental, so I can't really say. I'll let my wife go see that. I knew it was gonna be like a romance movie, and I'm not a super romance kind of guy. New Dungeons and Dragons. Yes, now that was a masterpiece of a film. Way better than any of us really anticipated it being. It was so good. So good. Yeah, DC. The DC films really fucked up. They weren't patient. They should have waited at least a little bit longer before just completely going towards the Justice League. They had their Civil War like before they even had a standalone film for Batman. Like I don't know what they were thinking. They were just so in a rush to get some kind of shared universe out. Guys, chill. You should have given it like, I don't know, an act, just a single second. Like, give us like 2 movies first, and then give us Justice League. But they just couldn't help it. They couldn't wait. I think that superhero fatigue is a real thing, but it's just not widespread. Like, I don't think that it's completely overtaken the normie audience just yet. But it will very soon. It is certainly happening little by little. It certainly is happening to me. I've pretty much stopped watching anything else Marvel. The last movie I told myself I was going to watch was Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And I think I'm going to keep to that. I think that's going to be the last one. People show up to anything. Honestly, like the normie audience is not picky. Your average moviegoer is not picky. They will go to anything that seems somewhat interesting because they just want something to do. Good or other, and if it's good, they're like, "Hey, that was a good movie." If it's bad, they don't. I mean, they're like, "Hey, that's a bad movie," but it doesn't matter. They already went to go see it. But they'll just go, you know. Especially if they don't live online. Like if they're not terminally online and they don't see movie reviews online, they'll just go. They'll just go see anything. Spider-Verse 2. I don't like middle movies. That's the only. I mean, that's a me thing, though. I'm pretty sure that I know that it's like objectively good, but like, I'm built different. I can't like something or have an opinion on something until I've seen its ending. It could be like the best middle section of any movie ever made, and I'll still think it's garbage if it doesn't have a good ending. Like Mass Effect is a perfect example. It's fucking amazing, beautiful game. Series of games, but then like you get to the end and it sucked balls, so now I have a negative opinion of the entire series. But that's just a me thing. Everyone else can like what they like, but I will never look at Mass Effect favorably. So I don't know. I'll have to reserve my opinions on Spider-Verse until that 3rd movie comes out. See, exactly, DJ Soda Cat. I think that you have a more similar outlook on movies to like general audiences. I really, truly believe that most audiences share your opinion. At least the ones that don't like live terminally online, like people who spend all of their time on Discord or on Twitter or whatever. Because, like I said, they only get their movie opinions from their friends, you know, from people they see at work or otherwise. Or they might go into a movie entirely blind. That's how I try to live too. I try to go into a movie entirely blind. Because critics don't know anything. Critics are literally the most out of touch people on the face of the planet. They don't know anything. They think they know about movies, but all they actually know is how to hate everything. They've trained themselves to sheer perfection to hate everything because general audiences will like it. As long as it's not anything scary. Okay, never mind. You have bad taste. No, I'm just kidding. No, I like scary movies. I like my scary movies. I like the scary. I like them spooky. I like them big. I like them spooky. Dope. Like them spooky. I think Moto Moto likes me. Well, I like Moto Moto. He's got good taste. DC animated movie. Damn. Shit. Oh, I know. Without question. Batman versus the Ninja Turtles. That, without a doubt, is my favorite DC animated movie. Even though I know it's not a part of like the extended universe or whatever, but it's still the best. Just perfect, just pure fun throughout the whole thing. Ooh. Ah. Yeah, phenomenal film. Yeah, can't go wrong with the Teen Titans. I actually just got my wife into the Teen Titans. She didn't get to watch it growing up, so she was like missing out. She didn't know what she was missing. She had no idea. I forgot about the Teen Titans movie. Huh. I forgot that even existed. I bet you I could find that on HBO Max. I cannot get these scales to look good. I don't really know why. There should be plenty of topology data for that to sculpt from, but it is just fighting me. Whatever. I can just make it skin. Oh yeah, Justice League Dark was really good too. That was pretty good. I don't like it on his legs. I think it works fine right here, but that's about it. We often stream VR rhythm games here. I usually stream them on Monday, but I didn't get to do it yesterday. We play mostly Synth Riders and Ragnarok. I think Ragnarok's my favorite. But Synth Riders is a very close second to me. Any Beat Saber? No, I'm not a huge fan of Beat Saber. I like the gameplay, but just it doesn't have a very good selection of songs to me. Like Synth Riders, to me, has the best selection of electronic songs. Because I like synth music. In case you haven't noticed, we've been playing synth music this whole stream, but I really like synth music, and Synth Riders happens to have all of it. I know you can get custom songs on Beat Saber, but like I'd have to download a ridiculous amount of custom songs to get like the set list that I want, whereas Synth Riders has a lot of my favorite songs in the base game. Ragnarok has mostly metal, which is my favorite genre, and that's why I like playing it. And it's like playing the drums, so like it's similar to the instruments I already know how to play. Even if it hurts my wrists a little bit. I think I have some clips of Ragnarok, and if you haven't seen them, they haven't seen gameplay for it. It should be in my clips. Yeah, we stand metal. We like the metal. Looks like the only way we're gonna get scales down here is if we make them very big. Don't know if I want to do. Yes, that came out of nowhere, like just completely out of nowhere. I know it's just one movie, but still. Nobody told me. Nobody said Death Clock could just come back out of nowhere. They just did. They just said, fuck it, we're here. One movie, a new CD? Yeah, I imagine there would be a CD. I need to fucking get the movie, but I don't want to buy it. I don't want to buy the Blu-ray. I just want to watch the movie. It's been ages since I've watched it. I should probably rewatch the series too, just because I haven't seen it in years. Sleepy boy. It should come to HBO Max. Oh, I hope so. I have HBO Max, so I'm hoping to see it. Citizen Soldier. Don't think I've heard of them. Me and my wife are going to be going to a Battle Beast concert for my birthday in a couple of months. They're probably my favorite band of all time, and like nobody around where I live knows who they are. So it's going to be a really small show, but I'm all here for it. It's going to kick ass. Canadian? I don't know. I mean, I probably haven't heard of the streamer, but maybe. Um, I mean, the band that I was talking about is like my favorite band. They're from Scandinavia, so like, I think they're actually from Norway. A lot of my favorite metal bands are European in some way or another. America just does not have good metal anymore. Like, I can't remember the last time I was excited about an American metal band. I mean, Europe is just completely taken off with metal. They took the 80s metal and they perfected it. America got lazy. I played ESO Outer Zard a long time ago, though. It was the last MMO I really got into before I quit MMOs forever. Just can't play them anymore. Japanese metal, that is true. Japanese metal is also good. There's one band, Heavenly. I listen some of they have some of my favorite songs ever. They're a Japanese band. I don't think I've listened to them in a long time though, so I'm gonna have to pull out some of their older stuff. What made you quit MMOs? Pay to win, mostly. Pay to win, having to grind constantly. There's hardly any good PvE anymore. ESO just did not have it. It had good PvP, like probably some of the best, but there's just not a game. There's just really isn't many games that have good PvE. And if there is, you don't get to the good PvE until the end of the game, until you've reached max level, which could take hours. I did not know Cascada was from Europe. Or from Europe. I played a lot of World of Warcraft years ago, over a decade ago, and then never touched it again because like it destroyed my life. It was it was entirely addictive. Eurovision's so good. I wish we had an equivalent to Eurovision in America. Why am I not getting any sound from Vignon? Vignon, what the fuck? Ah! I accidentally exited out. Damn it. On. There we go.
Fly bitch.
Ain't that the best? There we go. Now we should have some sound. Alright, let me try it. No. Is Vignon making like the sounds? Like the bonks and all that? I heard the bonk. Okay, so it is making sounds sometimes. I don't know where the sound is coming from, but I'm glad that it's making the sound. Okay, yeah, I see it now. Yeah, okay, we are getting sound. Good. Vignon, it'd be V-N-Y-N, right here. Yeah, one of the bonks didn't quite connect right. Yeah, right now you can use Vignon, and the one that's kind of becoming the new meta for 3D VTubing is Warudo. I haven't started that yet. I'm waiting until my 5 this model is done before I jump into Warudo. And I might stick with Vignon, I don't know yet. I still need to determine whether or not I like this better or if I like Warudo better. Yeah, the screen ones don't have any sound, unfortunately. I have yet to fix those. That's why they're so cheap. Compared to all the others.
I think it's time for a fireball, my friend.
Yeah, VC Face used to be the meta for 3D VTubing. But now I would definitely suggest Vignon or Warudo. Because in Vignon you can do stuff like you just saw with like the fireballs, the 3D environments. Like I made this cave and then imported it into Vignon along with this TV here that's, you know, just a spout capture that I can put. I can like export whatever I put into OBS onto this screen in my cave. And of course you can have like your little streamer pet, like how we have here with Lorebot, and then connect it to a program called VTS Pog that gives it its AI. This is all through Vignon. You can't do this in VC Face. At least not very easily. I'm starting to get lazy with these scales. I'm getting tired. And I want to paint. Like, let's paint. already. Oh, you got to put exclamation point lorebot. That way he knows you're talking to him.
Absolutely, Sodacat. You are downright adorable, and your cuteness is undeniable. Keep being your cute self.
I do like that it recognized that it was you asking. Future. How much topology do these have? Oh, barely any. Damn. Give it a look. Plenty going radially, but not. This will not look good. Physics. More edge loops. More. More. If I'm going to have a tail this big, it's going to need to be able to deform really well. I like having gigantic tails and gigantic wings relative to the body. It's very important. Very important, see. Wouldn't be an IT guy without typos. That's how I know you're a real one. Greatest part about these normal maps and sculpting in your scales too is that you can sculpt right across these seams. Like right here would be a seam. And if you use a scale texture in Substance Painter, you either have to get a little creative with how you place your seams, get a little creative with how you paint on here in order to try to hide them, or you can be the Giga Chad sculptor and sculpt over the seams and no one will ever see them. Oh, I thought you. I read your message wrong, DJ. I thought it said, "Hey, my wife is, or my dad is an IT asshole," but it said also, and I'm like, I was like, "Damn, okay, sorry." Like, damn, all right, I'm sorry. Fuck. Oh yeah. For the Giga Chad theme on the piano, perfect. Perfect theme. Yeah, now this is the brush right here. Dragon Skin 4. Fills in the empty spots really nicely. Right next to the thicker scales. Mixes in perfect. This is the one I was kind of looking for. Couldn't find it earlier. Yeah, that's the shit. Ooh. Nothing is more satisfying than having a brush that does exactly what you need it to with a single stroke. Instantly better. God damn. And then you can turn down its strength a little bit just to give a little bit of texture to the scales that you've already painted on. Not that much. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that foot. Now that's a foot right there. Do the same over here. I think that's what I was trying to do here, but I think I used the wrong brush. Dead certain that I used. That sucks. Alright, fellas, we're almost done. We're getting ready to bake this map. Unfortunately, because Blender is Blender, and OBS is OBS, I won't be able to actually bake this normal map today because I think you guys all remember, if you've been to my streams for any length of time, what happens when I try to bake a normal map while streaming. It just doesn't happen. It just won't happen. CPU just can't handle it. And if I do bake it, it's going to come out looking like crap. So we are probably going to just sculpt today and then next time do some painting. Yeah, I don't have the strongest CPU. It's what, like, I have a pretty good graphics card, but my CPU is definitely a bottleneck. It does not bake while streaming. It just won't do it. CPU go burr, and then go bleh. This fills in pretty much all the empty space very nicely. Went all out. Well, good. You got all the equipment you need to run a slick stream. And I can stream just about any video game while VTubing. I think the only time I ever had trouble was when I used emulators. But I don't really do that very much anymore. I mostly stream art these days. And sometimes I have trouble whenever I'm streaming VR games, but not all the time. And it's only because like my VR streams have like a ridiculous amount of software open in order to do the stream at all. Probably more than it should. This is looking sick. Yeah, you're good. You're future-proof. I think you've got everything you need and then some. We are just about there. Or done about as much sculpting as I want to do today. Like I said, there's still some cleaning up I have to do in the scales. Like I want the transition between the big scales here and the smaller scales to be a little more clean, a little more tight. So I might do some bits of add some whoops, like really tiny creases right in here. I'll have to trace around that. We'll do that here in a sec. Let me finish getting this up here. Upgraded from an RTX 550. Well, that's certainly an upgrade. Imagine there was at least at some time in history whenever that was future-proof. My laptop crashes when I try to play VR chat on stream. Mine doesn't quite do that. Well, I use a desktop, but still. I don't think I'm going to be able to get, like, really tight creases in here. Let's see. And I might just use a material to make this look more like bone material. Let's see. Oh, we can do it. We just have to start it off kind of big. I don't really know anything about building PCs, unfortunately, so I have to I had to rely on my sister's boyfriend to help build the PC that I have right now. If I want to upgrade, I'm probably gonna have to go back to him and be like, yo, help. Help me. Want to be even further future-proofed, please. It used to be my PC was more powerful than like PlayStation 4, Xbox One, all that, and I felt like super superior. But now that it's got to the point where the PlayStation 5 is more powerful than of a gaming console than my PC, and I'm like, no, no. Yeah, I built this in 2018, I think, maybe 2019. Oh, really? 2 flavors. I do love my candy. There's 2 things the Lord Dragon loves. It's honey barbecue chicken wings and licorice. I will eat just the most absurd amount of red licorice. Okay, this is not looking good. I'm not gonna do this. I'm just gonna use like a bone texture. I think the scales, it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. But I think if I'm gonna use just like a bone texture or like a noise thing, no need to do that. I don't need to have perfect control over the creases in his hardened skull. Okay, I think I can surrender that much control. Oh yeah, I do love wings. It's probably my favorite food. And one of the reasons I resent being a dragon because I have to eat so many wings to feel fulfilled, whereas humans can eat like a few and be fine. I envy them. Midwestern? No. No, I'm from Texas. But good guess. No sustenance spell? What's the point in that? I don't have all of the powers, guys. I only have... This is it. This is all I got. I can breathe fire and create special forms for myself. Everything else I have to innovate through science. This is all I got. Yeah, fam. This is looking slick. This is the best sculpt I think I've ever done. I just wish that... Well, maybe not the best sculpt, because I've done just pure sculpts before, but... the best I've done for the intention of being a VTuber model. Put it that way. Ah, yeah. We could still clean up these scales a little. Actually, like I said before, let's go ahead and clean up these scales. Get a nice crease between them. This is going to be probably the hardest, but most rewarding part. This really is what's going to separate it from the others. I think I can make this even better if I had an actual tablet. Doing this mouse and keyboard is not fun. Yeah, I'd be able to just draw these in. Welcome back, Ice. Denver? What is that? Furry convention? Oh. There sure is a lot of furry conventions happening at the same time. Seems like every week I hear about another one going on. I'm not much of a, like, I'm not very deep into the furry fandom. I'm more of like a furry adjacent kind of creator. You know, I make content for furries. You know, like I make a lot of their VTuber models and stuff, but like I myself don't do a lot of furry stuff outside of my streams. Denver, Colorado. When is that coming up? I might actually be able to make it to that. So you see now, guys, like the scale tool on its own does a good job of getting you like an outline, but you still need to go in there and kind of clean them up, add some creases yourself. You don't have to do every individual scale, but you want to get the big ones. 18. I have to see if it's in my budget to go. If I did, I'd have to like set up, I'd probably have to have a booth set up to justify the cost. Don't know if I have the time to set up something like that. Kind of like, you know, I just thought of an analogy for how these scales work. It's kind of like they are the pencil sketch, but you still got to go in and do your own line art after the fact, or you will regret it. At least for the bigger scales. Really smooths them out too. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to see. I'm not so sure that I'd be able to make it. Depends on, like I said, my budget. We're spending a lot of money to go to that concert I told you all about earlier. Because even though the concert itself is not expensive, the hotel and all that is. And the days that I'm not working. Since I'm a freelancer, when I'm not working, I'm not making money. I don't get paid time off. Let's shrink these scales down. I'm getting hungry. It's definitely getting time to be dinner. Yeah, I feel that, Zelm. I've always wanted to go to a TwitchCon too, but I told myself I would go to TwitchCon the second I hit 10,000 followers, so maybe in like 17 years. That's when I think I'd go to TwitchCon. Our weather here is pretty temperate. Just hot. Go party and network. By all means. I bet they would throw pretty good parties. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, I had a buddy who used to live out in the Midwest, and he got stuck in this really big, bad tornado storm. It was like several severe tornadoes all attacking at the same time. We really thought he was gonna die. He was just on Discord with us whenever it was happening, and he's like, yeah, any minute now, I think my internet's gonna go out. I'm like, really, why? And he's like, because there's like a fucking dozen tornadoes within my line of sight. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, it looks like kind of like an apocalypse, dude. And he sent us a picture, and we are like, dude, are you gonna die? And he's like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know, maybe. And we are just like, GG, dude, I guess. Does this mean you're not, does this mean you're not getting online later? And you're like, alright, I think I've fiddled around with these about as much as I want. Most of the, well, I guess I need to clean up this spot right here. Now that I have a little more topology, I can actually make this look pretty good. No, not very good, but good enough. Well, how about that? A small world, isn't it? Right. Wow. Incredible. Okay, I'm liking it. I think I'm feeling pretty good about this. I think I'll go ahead and bake this on. Call it good. Hell yeah. Yeah. Ooh. I don't think that I'm going to sculpt any details onto the horns because I already have an idea of how I'm going to get the horns to look good. Hey, my applause didn't work. The fuck? Oh, there it is. It just took a second. Yeah, I think the horns, I'm basically just going to use a marble noise texture similar to what I used for my tune model. So that'll be fine. Model looks lit. Thank you. This is a definite improvement, especially on the legs. Like, if there was one thing I could say that needed some definite improvement from my current model, it was the feet and the legs. Because when I first made this model, the one I'm using right now, I wasn't very confident in making monster hands. You know, like I could make human hands pretty well. So that's kind of how I ended up with what I have now, which is essentially just human hands. Just human hands with human feet. But I've made a lot of models, a lot of dragon models since then, since I made this one. So I decided it's definitely time for me to update it. And now we got these. Much better. Night and day. Night and day. And plus, I've also updated the rigs that I use for my quadruped VTuber models. So they are, you know, it's a lot more stable. Like, for instance, their feet don't do this thing where they kind of glide on the floor. This one does. Yeah, it's going to be a massive improvement. This one is fine. But it's time to upgrade. Now, I think the final poly count's going to come out to about 89,000, I think, last I checked. Which is, you know, a little on the high end for VTubers. Something I wouldn't give to somebody. How do I do UV mapping? Pretty basically. I already have this thing UV unwrapped. It's a mirrored UV, so this is both sides of the head overlapped. This model's not going to have any, at least on the body, is not going to have any, what's the word? Non-symmetrical, asymmetrical parts. So I just kind of have it out there. And since I sculpted on all of my scales, it doesn't have to be perfectly seamless or perfectly, like, aligned. It just needs to be flat. I've seen some people go, like, bend over backwards and make some insane, like, bare rug UVs to make sure that the scales are seamless, and I'm like, I think I'll just sculpt them. And once this thing is ready to bake, which again can't do it on stream, I'll post what the normal map came out looking like, if you guys are curious. I actually baked one earlier, before, like, just to test it. This is kind of what it comes out looking like. This is before I sculpted on anything today. And this alone puts on a lot of good details. It looks kind of creepy though. Look at cursed UVs. It's so crazy that it's gonna go from this to this. Just BAM! The Virgin low poly model versus the Chad sculpted model with 2.5 million verts. If your UV isn't cursed, you're doing it wrong. True. It should look awful. It should look insane. Now, you want to see cursed? Have you ever done like Guilty Gear style shading before, or Guilty Gear style UVs or textures, or heard of those? That's cursed. That's cursed in a totally different way. Those are. I used to do those long time ago. The cell shading style. Well, it's not so much just the cell shading, but it's how they organize their UVs. Let's see if I can pull up a model that has it. I used to do that for all of my toon shaded models, and then I stopped because it was just such a pain in the ass, and it just wasn't worth it. Let's see. It looks neat, and it's really good for game dev. Really good for game dev, because you can take a single 2K texture and give your model lines on it that look like they're on an 8K texture. Insanely efficient. I think it's this one. Yeah, this is the one. Okay. I was attempting to make like my Dragon Ball OC. This was a long time ago. I should probably try to remake this someday because I can definitely do it better. But you see how like these lines are just perfectly crisp? This is a 2K texture. Like, no matter how far you zoom in, it is not gonna pixelate, hardly. But the way that's done is with a UV that looks like this. These, I think this is the hair. So if I took the hair off of here, you'd see just the body. You just pull up the body. Anywhere that you want lines, you just kind of move it into the black, right there, and it'll make that line bigger. And then the seams are just everywhere that you anticipate that there's going to be a line. So like right here, if I wanted to make this line bigger, I'd have to find it on the UV chart. Take this and like move it down. And it'll make a line appear there. Damn it. Like that. And it makes it 100% seamless, or 100% unpixelated every time. Yay, Bull, how's it going? You finally make it? You lived. But yeah, this is cursed in a totally different way. Just an utter nightmare to UV unwrap. Check it out. The new lore dragon. We finished sculpting him not too long ago. He's ready to paint. But in order to paint him, I need to bake his normal maps on, which you guys know we can't bake while streaming. Doing UVs is something I don't like. Yeah, it's pretty boring. It sucks. Doesn't make for interesting content most of the time unless you're making a tutorial. Zoom in on the face. All right. Yeah, I try not to do UV stuff on stream if I can help it. That's just not fun for people to watch. It's just like, it's like I'm coding. It feels like I'm doing coding on stream, which is kind of weird. If I do UVs on stream at all, it'd be like, I'd just be sitting here just chatting with people. I'd be like this. You know, we're just doing like a just chatting stream, and then I'll have the UVs working on over here. Just to have something going on in the background. But if I'm doing sculpting or texturing, makes for good content. But yeah, there he is. His horns and his webbing are going to have all of their details painted on, so don't need to sculpt those. All that we were needed to do is the scales, because I wanted to have full control over what the scales looked like. Subscribe to YouTube. Thank you. Appreciate that. If I can ever get to YouTube partner, I'd be really happy. I know I have enough subscribers to do that now, but watch hours is the hardest part. The beak-like nose. Yeah, I kind of wanted to do the beak-like thing because you guys know how I love to talk about how Seshutan's model is like one of my favorites that I've ever done, and like I'm always like, his model is so much better than mine. Well, I'm taking one of my favorite features from him, and that was the beak-like nose, which reminds me, I need to finish edging out where that beak ends. Forgot to do that. Right here. Yeah. Yeah, because he has a beak-like nose too, and I was like, I want a beak-like. Brit has Godzilla features on his model. I want Godzilla features on my model. Kazu has hair. I want hair. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm absorbing all of my clients. I'm taking all of their best features and making them mine. Notice how I didn't take anything from yours. No, I'm just kidding. Be getting back to work on that this Saturday. No, I'm gonna have like a constant flame around my head. It's not even gonna look good, but I'm gonna have it anyway just to have something stolen from you. You can't even see my face. It's just gonna be completely engulfed in flames. Yo, what's going on, buddy? I was just thinking about you the other day because I saw your model when I was like digging through my VR chat models. I saw yours. I was like, oh, I wonder how Dio's doing. Because like all of my clients' models are still like in my VR chat account because I have to test them. So like I see them there and like I'm like, ah, Dio, what's going on, buddy? That reminds me, I need to make an all horse too, because like we're making the all dragon. We have the all dragon, the quadruped dragon VR chat model. That's another thing. Zelm. If you don't want to use Vignon, you can have a quadruped dragon or like your dragon model in VR chat and stream from VR chat instead. That is also an option. I'm kind of leaning towards that pretty soon. Yeah, we actually do that sometimes during our VR streams. I just pull up. That's why I'm making this actually, so that I can have this in VR chat for my VR chat streams. Is VR chat lightweight? Desktop mode definitely is. But I'd say that if you're playing in VR mode, well, actually, you have to. If you're going to stream from that, you have to play in VR mode, unless you want to be streaming from looking in a mirror, which doesn't really look super good. I don't think it's super heavy as long as you don't go to like a crazy world. Like if you go to something that's just has particle effects going everywhere or has 4K textures all over the walls and on the floor, then yeah, it's going to be pretty hard. But I think your computer can handle it. Your GigaChad computer can handle it. I think I might extend this down, actually. The more I look at this, the more I'm going to want to add to it. So that's why I'm kind of like waiting to bake that texture as well, just so let it stew a little bit, you know, so I can, when I see something on here that I'm like, you know what, let's add something. Then I can add it. I like super heavy. It's not that kind of super heavy. You should add more Godzilla. Yeah, I'll make it so that my lower jaw like comes apart whenever I do my flaming breath. Like Shin Godzilla. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna lie though. I was never a huge fan of that aspect of Shin Godzilla. That was not my favorite. He's not a dinosaur anymore, you know? I like my dinosaur Godzilla. Probably add the skin texture to his eye too. Where's the music? Wait, has there not been music this whole time? Wow. Look at me streaming without any music this whole time. Not for like 2 hours? Holy shit, you guys have been missing out on some dope-ass music. I'm sitting here listening to it in my ear, I'm just like... There was when I came in. What happened? Music! What happened? Well, how about that? I guess I'm entertaining enough to not need music. Oh. I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah, I deserve that. I deserve that. Wah, wah, wah. Well, damn.
I think it's time for a fireball, my friend.
I don't know why. I have no idea why. It's just not coming out.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with Lore's music per se, But let's just say his taste in music might not be everyone's cup of tea.
That's not what he asked you, hater. You hater. Everybody likes my music. Motherfucker. Okay, maybe we'll do just output capture, see if that works. That might work. There we go. I am big brain, yes. I have become. I like how it cancels it out. No. Hang on, I have to put on all my limiters
No,
again.
music isn't broken, Redmage Kazoo. It's a beautiful form of art and expression that brings joy and emotions to people all around the world.
He thinks you're the hater now. Yes, unfortunately my head doesn't get bigger with every casting of the spell. Oh!
Well, I guess here we are, in my Sonic form. Well, that's okay. I was getting tired of being a big old dragon anyway. At least this form can move around. Gotta get my exercise in. Meow. Meow. Gotta add some texture to my eyelids. Find any empty space and add this to it. Ah. Get off me. I guess that's another thing about another advantage of streaming in VR chat versus using a VTubing software, because in VR chat you can kind of move around. Here I have to jump through a lot of hoops to get my model to move. I gotta do all kinds of shit to get my model moving, and even then it doesn't move super well. You know, it's like it moves kind of good. You can only use WASD keys to move it, or the arrow keys. Okay. I'm feeling pretty good about calling that done. All right, fellas. I think I'll call it there. But in the meantime, I think I'm gonna go ahead and send you guys on a raid while I go get me some dinner and do some bacon. Got lots of bacon to do. Man, this turned out really good. I'm really happy with this. I'll send y'all on a raid. Go be someone else. Go be another streamer's problem. Yeah, I'm glad that you could catch the end too. Let's see if we have any other Blender streamers up. Maybe we can meet some new ones, somebody new. We can meet someone new. Let's see. I always just search up the Blender tag. First, I check if like any of my fellow Blender streamers are making any sexy Blender art, and then if I don't find anybody, I just look up the keyword Blender. And see if I can find somebody. Huh. I'm the only Blender streamer today, by the looks of it. Like, there are some people who have the Blender tag, but they're not working on Blender right now. They're like playing games. Oh, wait, oh, here's one. Yeah, I'm gonna send you to this person. They seem nice. I don't even know if they speak English. Actually, they don't, but let me see. Oh, yeah, they do. Okay. I'm gonna send you to them. Let me look it up. Perfect. All right, everybody. Thank you all for coming by, and to all you new people, it was really good meeting you. Really, always a pleasure to meet some new people. I think Theo took off, but I really appreciate the raid, and if you're from his community, welcome once again. We usually stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, but I'm thinking about changing that to probably Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Still haven't fully figured that out yet. As of this week, though, we will be streaming again on Thursday. And we're going to get back to work on the All Dragon Breath weapons. I'm hoping to have those finished so that I can get started on the All Dog. Got to have more quadruped dogs in VR chat. So I will see you guys Thursday. Have a good one. Wait, did I accidentally unraid? Did it unraid? My bad. Let me fix that. There we go. Okay. Okay, I think we're raiding now. Okay. My mistake. That almost sucked. All right, everybody. I'll see y'all next time.